I went to AP, spent 200K. They sold me to Frost. Rainbow face. The Mavs suck. The Mavs stink. They are awful. They're awful with AD. They're awful without AD. They're going to be awful when Kyrie comes back. They are, they're not good. Objectively. They are just not good. They are not good. And Cooper Flagg, I thought was good yesterday. I thought it was good. They lost to the Pelicans. The Mavs might be the worst team in the NBA. I understand Kyrie Irving's coming back. And that does 1000% change things. Kyrie Irving coming back changes absolutely everything. But the Mavs need to blow it up. They need to blow it up. They need to go and trade Anthony Davis for whatever they can. Trade Kyrie for whatever they can. Go tank and pray that you land a top 3 pick. It's as simple as that. You tank and you pray. You tank and you pray. That is the only thing you can do. Because at the end of the day, you are so far off being good. And let's not get it twisted. You lost last night to the Pelicans. And by the way, it was a Pelicans team that didn't have Anthony Davis or Jordan Poole. Their top scorer was Sadiq Bey. Fuck you, Sadiq Bey. Sorry. That's just it's just a natural response at this stage. If you guys, nobody understands that reference. It's an NBA 2K23 reference. Sadiq Bey ruined the game. Sadiq Bey was the worst thing that ever happened to NBA 2K23. But back on topic. I liked what Cooper Flagg did yesterday. I liked how he was aggressive. I liked how he shot the ball 19 times. And he'll figure it out. I like how he actually looked to be that versatile defender that we thought he was going to be. And yeah, I was impressed. This is the most impressed I've been from Cooper Flagg. And I don't care about his team winning games. I actually don't. I don't care. I just kind of want him to show out. Thankfully, he didn't play point guard. D'Lo started. Max Christie started. The Cooper Flagg point guard experiment is not too early in his career to do that. I understand when Kidd did it with Giannis, but it's you kind of have to, for me, you have to establish yourself as an NBA player before you start doing mad stuff like that. You realistically have to establish yourself. Because if you haven't established yourself as an NBA player and you're just out there going for playing out of position, then it can be real tough. Because first of all, you're never comfortable playing a position that you're not used to playing. And then when you add on top of that the fact that you're playing in a league and team you're not comfortable with as well, it doesn't help. But I have to say I was impressed. But the Mavs need to tear it down. They need to tear it down. I'll talk about some potential trades, but Klay Thompson sucks. I can't believe how bad Klay is. He went and tried to join Luka Doncic. He tried to join Luka Doncic, and they traded Luka. Kyrie then goes and gets injured. He joined a team that was expected to make a push for the finals instead of the Lakers, and the Lakers are way better. Way better. And they have Luka Doncic. They have the player that he wanted to come and play with. But now the Mavs have an injured AD who, again, Anthony Data Davis, Anthony Street Clothes Davis, whatever you want to call him. Like, they're not, they're just not, in my opinion, good enough at this stage to, like, go out of their way and not really to compete. They are definitely good enough to compete, but they're not good enough to do anything. So what's the point? What's the point in not being a top tier team? What's the point in being a middle of the pack team? What's the point in being screwing up your own chances at getting a top pick? Like, what is the point? Genuinely, what is the point? But yeah, it's just tough to watch, because I'm there looking at this team and I'm like, you're looking at players just aren't good enough. Like, even when Lively gets healthy, even when or is Lively done for the year? Like, even when AD gets healthy, even when Kyrie gets healthy, what's the best case scenario? A 10 seed, an 8 seed, a play-in? Like, is that the best case scenario for this team? Is the play-in? And you have Cooper Flagg, who, in fairness to him, showed more yesterday than we've seen. But, like, if you're going to try force Cooper Flagg into being this winning role player this early in his career, you're not going to get the best out of him. You're not going to help his development. Your team's going to stink anyway. Like, if you're going to stink properly. Genuinely. And you might be saying, oh, like, you can still we got the number 1 pick after nearly making the playoffs last year. But it's like, yeah, if you didn't get the number 1 pick, you were going to end up like 14. This is a draft where it's good at the top 4 or 5. And, like, those top 3, man, you can't fuck about with that top 3 in there. They're that good that you cannot just say, oh yeah, this is a year we're going to be okay. It's like, no. That top 3, if you are not doing everything you can to to get a top 3 pick, if you're not going to win a championship, I think you're crazy. Because, again, the fact is, Dibansta's might have been the number 1 pick in last year's draft. He's so good. And the fact is, Peterson is better. Cam Boozer is insane. Mikal Brown is insane. Like, and you just don't know who's gonna kill it from overseas, who's gonna kill it in college this year that we're not thinking of. What sophomore went back that becomes the best player in the nation? Like, all of those things have to be taken into account. And yeah, it is an interesting thing here to see, but the Mavs just need to tear it down. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.